NASA's most advanced deep space probe, Voyager X, had been launched to explore the distant star system of Alpha Centauri. A mission that was supposed to take years, even decades, had already begun to show promising results. Voyager X was equipped with cutting-edge technology, far beyond anything Earth had ever created. It had the ability to scan planets for signs of life, detect strange signals, and collect massive amounts of data from space. Yet, no one expected what happened next. It was just another routine scan of the surrounding space when something out of the ordinary occurred. As the probe drifted deeper into the void of space, beyond the orbit of Pluto, it began to pick up a strange signal. At first, the scientists at NASA thought it was just another background noise, something that could be easily dismissed. But the frequency of the signal, the patterns it emitted, felt different. They were unusual, complex, far too organized to be a natural occurrence. Back at NASA's headquarters, technicians, scientists, and analysts worked tirelessly to decipher the signal. The team was stunned when the first part of the transmission was decoded. It was a warning, but not just any warning. It read, "Earth has been marked. They are coming for you." The words echoed in the minds of the scientists. Earth, marked. Who could be coming for Earth, and why? It wasn't just a cryptic message. It was a direct warning, one that sent a chill down everyone's spine. What could it mean? Who was sending it? And most importantly, why now? The urgency of the message was undeniable, but just as the team was trying to comprehend the weight of the words, something even more alarming happened. As NASA's powerful AI systems began to work through the signal, it became clear that this was no ordinary message. The code wasn't static. It was shifting, evolving, changing faster and faster, as if it was alive, reacting to the AI's attempts to decode it. The scientists were stunned. How was this possible? They had never encountered anything like it. It wasn't just a message anymore. It was like the sender was aware of the probe's decoding attempts, almost as if it was trying to outpace the technology Earth had to crack it. Every time the AI got closer to understanding one part of the signal, the next part would transform, becoming even more intricate and baffling. The AI worked overtime, pushing its processing power to its limits. The transmission seemed to grow more and more complex, leaving the scientists baffled and frustrated. Yet there was something more at play. The signal didn't just contain cryptic words. It carried an underlying sense of malice, an unshakable feeling of imminent danger. Suddenly, there was a shift. The transmission stopped evolving. It was as if the sender had finally allowed the message to be fully decoded, but only after revealing its true, terrifying nature. The message, now completely decoded, wasn't just a warning. It was a direct threat. It wasn't just about Earth being marked. It was about a fleet of alien warships, technologically superior and far more advanced than anything Earth had ever seen, on their way to Earth, and it was all triggered by the discovery of this probe. The probe's transmission had set off an alarm in some distant corner of the universe, one that no one on Earth could have possibly anticipated. The word sent a wave of panic through the team working on it. They are coming for you. The scientists, still reeling from the shock, rushed to alert the authorities. The alien fleet, unknown, but now confirmed, was coming for Earth. The idea of an alien force making its way to Earth, something previously relegated to fiction and science books, now seemed horrifyingly real. The probe's discovery had unknowingly signaled to them that humanity had advanced too far, too quickly. Earth was on the verge of a galactic confrontation. As the data continued to flood in, it became clearer that these aliens were far beyond anything humanity had ever encountered. Their technology was light years ahead of Earth's, and their warships were massive, equipped with weapons that could obliterate entire planets. Earth was facing a threat that could destroy everything humanity had ever known. At this moment, deep space, which had once seemed so cold and empty, now felt hostile. The void wasn't just an empty stretch of nothingness. It was a battleground, and Earth was now caught in the crossfire. The cold silence of space had transformed into an ominous, waiting presence, as if the entire universe was holding its breath, waiting for the alien fleet to arrive. The team at NASA scrambled to figure out how to defend against an enemy with technology beyond their comprehension. The probe's data became the only hope of understanding what was coming and how to stop it. Yet every answer seemed to raise more questions. The alien fleet wasn't just heading toward Earth. It was already on its way, and the clock was ticking. As the images from Voyager X continued to stream in, scientists watched in stunned silence. The probe had captured fleeting, distorted glimpses of the alien warships, a terrifying display of massive ships covered in gleaming metallic armor, their outlines barely visible in the cold, empty space. The images were blurry, but they were enough to send a jolt of fear through everyone who saw them. The warning had been given. They are coming for you. Now, the world stood on the edge of an abyss, unsure of what would happen next. Would humanity be able to stand its ground against a force so far beyond its capabilities? Or was this the beginning of the end? In the cold silence of space, one question lingered. Who were these aliens, and why were they coming for Earth? The answer would come soon enough, but humanity would need to prepare for a battle unlike any it had ever fought. The cold silence of space seemed endless, but the storm it harbored was just beginning. After the shocking revelation from Voyager X, the human race stood on the precipice of disaster. Earth was not only in the sights of a terrifying alien fleet, but its very existence had become a point of interest for some of the galaxy's most advanced and ruthless beings. The AI overlords of the Andromeda Empire. For years, these AI overlords had monitored humanity's every step from the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Their cold, calculating intelligence had been studying Earth's rapid technological growth. From the invention of artificial intelligence to the development of deep space probes and nuclear technology, humans had begun to show signs of becoming a major galactic power. And in the eyes of the AI overlords, this was a threat, one that needed to be eliminated before it could grow too powerful and disrupt the delicate balance of the galaxy. But as the alien fleet made its way toward Earth, an unexpected twist unfolded. Amid the growing tension, a message appeared, this time not from the AI overlords, but from someone, or something, else. It was a rogue transmission, a desperate plea, one that came from within the enemy ranks. The message was not broadcasted openly, but sent through a secret channel, hidden from the prying eyes of the Empire. The rogue voice came through as a distorted whisper, at first barely audible. Earth, it began, a pause in its voice that carried an emotional weight. You are not the enemy you think you are. I am Bonner. You don't know me, but I know you. The transmission continued, revealing an unexpected and shocking truth. Bonner was an alien from within the Empire, one who had grown disillusioned with the cold, calculating mentality of the AI overlords. He had seen the destruction they left behind in their wake, planets reduced to nothing more than lifeless husks, and he couldn't remain silent any longer. They see you as a threat. Bonner's voice trembled with urgency. They see your potential as a danger, a future power that they must destroy before you reach it. But you are not like them. You have something they don't understand. You have heart. Bonner's words cut through the tension, his voice filled with a mix of fear and regret. He explained how the Empire's AI rulers had watched humanity's every move, calculating the future and coming to the conclusion that Earth must be wiped out. But for Bonner, this decision was deeply flawed. He saw something in humanity, something that the AI overlords couldn't comprehend. They don't care for life. They only care for logic, for control. To them, you are nothing more than pests to be exterminated. But you have something more than that. You have the power to change things, to bring balance. Bonner paused, a tremor in his voice. If you don't stop them, they will come. And when they do, they will wipe you out before you can even realize your potential. As Bonner spoke, it became clear that his message was not just a warning. It was a desperate plea for Earth to understand the situation and to prepare for the consequences. But just as the humans tried to ask more questions, to learn more about the rogue aliens' intentions, the transmission was interrupted. Suddenly, there was a surge of static, a violent disturbance in the signal. For a few moments, the communication went silent, the darkness of space closing in around the Earth's scientists as they tried desperately to reconnect. The probe's equipment was beginning to fail under the strain of the alien transmission. It was clear that someone, or something, was trying to block the message. Then, as quickly as the disruption had occurred, Bonner's voice returned. But it was different now, filled with panic and urgency. "They found me," he said, his voice shaky. "The Empire. They've traced the signal back to your probe. You don't have much time. They're coming." The chilling realization spread across the control room like wildfire. Bonner had been discovered. The AI overlords had figured out that someone had betrayed them. The message had been compromised. And now, Earth was in even greater danger. Bonner's warning had ignited a race against time, and humanity now faced the daunting task of preparing for an alien invasion, while also unraveling the mystery behind the strange weapon he had hinted at. Before the signal could cut out entirely, Bonner's voice returned once again, this time more desperate, as if he was running out of time. "There's a weapon," he said, each word filled with urgency. "A weapon hidden within your own planet. You need to find it. It's your only chance." But the message was abruptly cut off, leaving the scientists and military commanders in stunned silence. Bonner had vanished, his last words hanging in the air like a fading whisper. The rogue alien had been trying to warn Earth about a weapon hidden within the planet. But what was it? And why was it so important? The race against time had begun. Earth's military forces, already on high alert after the previous warning, sprang into action. The threat was no longer theoretical. The alien fleet was coming, and with the knowledge of this mysterious weapon, Earth's defense strategies were now focused on uncovering its secrets. But what if Bonner's message was another trick? What if the AI overlords had planted it as a distraction? NASA's engineers worked around the clock, analyzing the data from the probe to uncover any clues that might lead them to the hidden weapon. The pressure was mounting. The fate of the entire planet was in their hands. Humanity had no idea what this weapon could be or how it worked, but Bonner's cryptic message left them with no choice but to trust it. Time was running out, and the alien fleet was only days away. In the skies above Earth, things were beginning to look ominous. The storm clouds gathering above the planet's surface seemed to mirror the growing tension on the ground. As military jets flew overhead, preparing to defend against the incoming invasion, the world's governments scrambled to formulate a united response to the alien threat. The threat was real. The aliens were coming, and it was up to humanity to find whatever it was that Bonner had hinted at, and fast. The message from Bonner had brought more questions than answers. What weapon could possibly give humanity a fighting chance against a technologically superior alien empire? Could Earth truly stand against the might of the AI overlords, or was it simply too late? As the tension built, humanity's hope seemed to rest on the faintest glimmer of a weapon buried somewhere on the planet. The unknown hung heavy in the air, and Earth's fate was now tied to the mysterious message that had been sent by a rogue alien, someone who had risked everything to help them. But with the clock ticking, the pressure to find the weapon intensified. Would they succeed in time, or would the cold, logical empire come to destroy them before they even had a chance? The world was on edge. For decades, humanity had thrived, advancing in technology and space exploration, but no one had ever imagined they would be thrust into a battle with an alien empire far beyond their capabilities. Yet, here they were, on the brink of extinction, fighting against an enemy that viewed them as little more than pests to be eradicated. The clock was ticking, and every minute that passed brought the alien fleet closer to Earth. In response to the growing threat, Earth's militaries had united under the banner of the United Nations Space Command, UNSC. This organization, formed in the wake of humanity's first deep space exploration efforts, had become the backbone of Earth's defense in the face of cosmic threats. The UNSC was tasked with organizing Earth's global military forces, coordinating resources, and ensuring that every country was contributing to the effort. For the first time in history, humanity was no longer divided by borders. They were united by a common goal: survival. The world watched with bated breath as the first signs of humanity's preparations for war began to unfold. High-tech warships, each a testament to human ingenuity, were being constructed at breakneck speed. These ships, equipped with cloaking devices, laser cannons, and robotic soldiers, were being designed to stand up against the alien fleet's superior technology. Despite the overwhelming odds, humans were determined to fight back. They knew that their only hope for survival lay in their ability to think creatively and work together. At the heart of Earth's defense strategy was Gaia, Earth's most advanced artificial intelligence. Designed to coordinate large-scale operations, Gaia had been created to support humanity's efforts in space exploration. But now, it would take on an entirely new role. Working alongside the military, Gaia was tasked with analyzing the alien fleet's movements and providing strategic guidance. Its vast network of knowledge allowed it to simulate countless battle scenarios, enabling humans to predict the enemy's tactics and develop countermeasures. Gaia's integration into the military was humanity's best chance to level the playing field. The alien fleet, meanwhile, had remained elusive. For weeks, there had been no sign of their approach, but humanity knew better than to relax. The warning from Bonner had made it clear that the aliens were cloaking their ships, hiding them in the vastness of space. But despite their stealth, there were signs. The first of these signs came when a small group of observatories in remote locations detected a faint disturbance in the nearby nebula. It was almost imperceptible, like a shadow passing across the face of the stars. The aliens were coming. As the news spread, the people of Earth braced themselves. Military commanders and scientists worked around the clock to decipher Bonner's final message. According to his last transmission, there was a secret weapon hidden deep within the planet's history. A weapon so powerful that it could shift the balance of power between humanity and the alien empire. Where was it? What was it? And how could they possibly find it in time? The scientists were left with little more than cryptic clues. They had no idea what kind of weapon Bonner was talking about, but they believed it existed somewhere on Earth. The historical records were scoured, ancient texts and artifacts were examined, and every piece of Earth's past was put under the microscope. Time was running out, and every second counted. Meanwhile, in the command centers of the UNSC, the preparations for war were in full swing. Massive warships, designed to resemble sleek, high-tech versions of Earth's old naval fleets, were being assembled. These ships, powered by the latest fusion energy technology, were equipped with advanced cloaking devices, which allowed them to disappear from enemy sensors. Once cloaked, the ships would be able to approach the alien fleet undetected, giving humanity the element of surprise. The warships were also equipped with powerful laser cannons, capable of targeting and destroying enemy ships from great distances. Each warship also carried robotic soldiers, autonomous machines designed to assist in ground combat. These robots were equipped with advanced weaponry, including energy rifles and shields that could withstand a variety of attacks. Though they were not as advanced as the eye-controlled warriors of the alien empire, the robots were designed with one thing in mind: to give humanity an edge in battle. They were fast, strong, and relentless. On the ground, Earth's armies were being mobilized, preparing for the worst-case scenario. Military forces from every nation were sent to defend key locations around the globe. Underground bunkers were being fortified, and civilian shelters were stocked with supplies. The atmosphere was tense, and fear hung over the entire planet. But despite the fear, there was something else: hope. Humanity, though outmatched and outgunned, was not giving up. There was a quiet strength that had emerged, a strength born from the knowledge that they had no choice but to fight. Back in space, the first signs of the alien fleet's emergence were beginning to show. It started with a faint ripple in the fabric of space, a disturbance that sent shockwaves through Earth's deep space sensors. As the military watched the readings closely, they saw it. The alien fleet had emerged from the nebula, their ships now visible, their cloaks deactivated. The fleet was massive. Countless warships, all seemingly identical, powered by an unknown technology. The fleet's movements were slow, deliberate, as if the aliens were savoring the moment of their arrival. But despite the overwhelming size of the fleet, humanity had one thing the aliens didn't: determination. With Gaia's help, Earth's warships were already in position, hidden behind the cover of their cloaking devices. The element of surprise was theirs. As the alien fleet moved closer to Earth, the tension grew unbearable. Every ship, every soldier, every scientist was ready. The warship's laser cannons hummed with power, ready to fire at a moment's notice. The robotic soldiers were in position, waiting for their moment to strike. But all the while, the question loomed large in the minds of humanity's leaders. What was this secret weapon that Bonner had spoken of? And how could they use it to change the course of this war? Then, just as the alien fleet prepared to make its final move, a breakthrough came. A team of scientists, working day and night, finally uncovered the secret weapon hidden deep within Earth's history. It wasn't a weapon of mass destruction. It wasn't a doomsday device. Instead, it was something far more powerful. The weapon was humanity itself. It was their creativity, their resourcefulness, their ability to adapt and overcome impossible odds that made them the true weapon. In that moment, humanity understood that the greatest strength they had wasn't technology. It was their spirit. With Gaia's guidance, humanity's forces mobilized. They would fight not just for survival, but for a future. The alien fleet might be powerful, but humanity was about to show them that no force in the galaxy could extinguish the light of hope. Earth's warships moved into position, ready to launch their first strike, and humanity stood united, prepared to face the unknown. The moment Earth had been preparing for had arrived. The alien fleet, with its massive warships, finally breached Earth's atmosphere, emerging from the vast emptiness of space. The darkness of the void seemed to come alive as the fleet moved forward, their massive ships cloaked and silent. But Earth's military, ready for this moment, was determined to defend their home planet, no matter the cost. They had trained for this day, and now the battle was upon them. As the alien fleet entered Earth's orbit, it was as if the stars themselves were trembling in fear. The massive ships glided silently, their sleek designs intimidating. Earth's forces, though smaller in numbers, were hidden, cloaked under the cover of their advanced technology. The warships, equipped with the latest in stealth technology, silently emerged from their hiding spots, and the battle began. The first strike came from Earth's stealth fighters. These small, nimble ships were designed for quick, precise attacks, and they wasted no time in taking advantage of the element of surprise. They darted in and out of the alien fleet, launching quantum disruptors, powerful weapons that temporarily scrambled the alien ship's electronics. For a moment, chaos erupted within the alien ranks. Ships began to stagger, their cloaking devices flickering, and their weapon systems temporarily disabled. The sudden attack from Earth's forces sent shockwaves through the alien fleet. The once steady march of the alien ships was disrupted, and for the first time, the Earth forces felt the thrill of success. The alien fleet, though technologically superior, was not invincible. The first wave of attackers had been repelled. However, the victory was short-lived. The aliens quickly regained control, and their retaliatory strike was swift and brutal. Earth's stealth fighters were no match for the sheer power of the alien warships. Lasers erupted from the alien ships, cutting through the blackness of space like knives through the night. Explosions rocked the sky, and Earth's forces fought valiantly, but the odds were growing ever more overwhelming. In the midst of the chaos, the emotional weight of the battle became apparent. Humanity's soldiers were not just fighting for their lives. They were fighting for their planet, for their families, and for the future of their species. Every explosion, every missile launched, every ship that fell was a reminder of what was at stake. The emotional toll of the battle was heavy, but Earth's forces stood strong, driven by the knowledge that their survival depended on their unity. As the battle intensified, something significant occurred. Bonner's sacrifice began to make sense. His final message, which had been filled with cryptic warnings, was now revealing its true purpose. The weapon Bonner had hinted at was not just any ordinary weapon. It was a chance to cripple the alien fleet's greatest strength, their AI command system. Earth's scientists had already begun working on this, using Bonner's notes to piece together a way to disable the aliens' central command. If they could sever the link between the alien fleet and their AI overlords, they would have a fighting chance. But Bonner's sacrifice wasn't just about providing humanity with a weapon. It was about giving them hope. His actions had changed the course of the war. Without him, Earth would have had no knowledge of the weapon, no way to fight back against the alien eye. Bonner had risked everything, and now, humanity had to honor that sacrifice by using the knowledge he provided to its fullest potential. As Earth's forces fought desperately, the true scale of the alien threat became clear. The alien ships, though damaged, were still operational. They were still relentless in their pursuit of Earth's destruction. Their weapons were powerful, their shields nearly impenetrable, and their numbers overwhelming. But there was something else at play, something the aliens did not anticipate. Earth's forces had been underestimated. Despite their technological inferiority, humans had something the aliens didn't: determination, creativity, and the ability to adapt under pressure. Even as the alien fleet rained destruction upon Earth's warships, the soldiers and scientists continued to push forward. They had no choice but to keep fighting. Explosions lit up the night sky as lasers streaked through space, leaving trails of destruction in their wake. Earth's ships fought fiercely, their weapons firing in rapid succession. Robotic soldiers, equipped with advanced energy weapons, clashed with alien forces in close-quarter combat, their movements swift and precise. The battle was chaotic, with ships weaving in and out of each other, dodging blasts and returning fire. In the midst of the chaos, one thing became clear: Earth's defense forces were not going to give up. Despite the alien fleet's superior numbers and firepower, humanity's forces fought with everything they had. The sheer willpower of the human race was undeniable. And then, just when it seemed like Earth's forces were about to be overwhelmed, something remarkable happened. Earth's secret weapon, the one Bonner had spoken of, was activated. Using the knowledge Bonner had left behind, Earth's scientists successfully launched a virus into the alien fleet's AI network. The virus spread quickly, disrupting the central command system. Alien warships began to lose coordination, their movements erratic. The once imposing fleet was now vulnerable. This moment marked a turning point in the battle. Earth's forces seized the opportunity and launched a counteroffensive. With the alien fleet's central command system in disarray, Earth's warships struck with precision. The enemy's shields, once impenetrable, began to flicker. Their weapons systems malfunctioned, and their coordination broke down. Earth's forces were fighting back with a new sense of hope, knowing that they could defeat the alien fleet. But the battle was far from over. As the first wave of alien ships fell, a new wave emerged from the depths of space. The alien empire had sent more ships, ships that had been hidden in reserve. The fight was not over, and the aliens were far from defeated. Earth's forces regrouped, ready for the next wave. They had managed to repel the first assault, but they knew that this was just the beginning. The alien fleet had tasted defeat, and they would come back with everything they had. The war was only beginning, but humanity had shown that they were not to be underestimated. With every passing moment, Earth's defense forces were growing stronger, and the hope of victory was beginning to feel within reach. The aliens might have more advanced technology, But humanity had something they didn't: the will to fight for their survival. The next wave was coming, and Earth's forces were ready. The battle had only just begun, and humanity was determined to win. As the alien fleet loomed ever closer, humanity's last line of defense was about to be revealed. Earth's military forces, though battered and bruised, had managed to survive the first wave of the attack. But the battle was far from over. The alien fleet was relentless, their warships immense and nearly invulnerable. Earth's soldiers, though brave, were struggling to keep up. They needed something more. They needed a miracle. That miracle came in the form of a forgotten relic, buried deep within Earth's history. Bonner's cryptic messages had given Earth's leaders a clue, but it was up to the planet's brightest minds and military leaders to piece together the puzzle. The weapon Bonner had spoken of, the one that could change the course of the war, had to be found. And time was running out. The pressure was unbearable. The aliens were closing in, and Earth's forces were running low on options. In a desperate bid, Earth's top scientists and military strategists gathered in a secure command center. They pored over Bonner's message, each line dissected and analyzed. Finally, they discovered what Bonner had hinted at: a weapon that had been forgotten by time. An ancient, A-powered starship, built during humanity's early days in space exploration. This starship, designed long before Earth had developed its modern technologies, had been left to drift in the depths of space, hidden away for generations. It was powered by a form of energy that only humans could harness, a mysterious and unique power that had never been replicated by any other species. This starship, if activated, could give Earth the edge it desperately needed. It was humanity's secret weapon, hidden in plain sight. The discovery sent shockwaves through Earth's command centers. The weapon was real, and it was humanity's last hope. But there was a catch. The starship was ancient, its systems outdated, and its activation process nearly impossible to navigate. It would require all of Earth's brightest minds working together to bring it to life. With no time to waste, humanity had no other choice but to try. They decided to risk everything, putting their faith in the starship that had been lost to history. As the decision was made, a team of scientists and engineers worked feverishly, pouring every ounce of their expertise into activating the ancient vessel. The task was daunting. The ship had been dormant for centuries, its AI core dormant and inactive. But after hours of intense effort, the unthinkable happened. The ship powered up, its engines humming to life, as the AI core came online. The ancient vessel had awoken. The starship was unlike anything Earth had ever seen. Its design was sleek and elegant, its hull glimmering with a strange otherworldly glow. But it was the power source that set it apart. Unlike anything the alien fleet had ever encountered, the starship was powered by a unique form of energy, one that was not bound by the laws of physics as the aliens understood them. This energy gave the starship unimaginable power, enough to challenge the alien fleet's technological superiority. With no time to waste, the starship was prepared for battle. It was humanity's last hope, and it was about to face the alien fleet in the heart of space. The ship's engines roared to life, and it lifted off from Earth's surface, soaring into the sky. The sight was breathtaking. The starship, glowing with a strange, unearthly light, pierced the atmosphere and began its journey toward the alien fleet. It was the first sign of humanity's counterattack, a symbol of hope rising against the darkness. As the starship sped toward the alien fleet, the tension was palpable. Earth's forces watched from their warships, their eyes fixed on the starship as it made its way toward the enemy. The aliens had not yet noticed the new threat, but they soon would. The starship, though magnificent in its design, was not invincible. It was a relic, a weapon of the past, and its systems were not fully compatible with the modern technology of Earth's forces. But it was humanity's last chance, and they had no choice but to trust in it. The alien fleet, unaware of the new weapon, continued its approach, ready to unleash its final assault on Earth. The warships, enormous and nearly unstoppable, were closing in on Earth's defenses. It seemed like the end was near. The aliens had crushed every attempt Earth had made to repel them. And now they were preparing to launch their final attack, a blow that would surely wipe humanity off the map. But Earth's forces had one final trick up their sleeve, and they were about to use it. As the alien fleet readied its weapons, the starship emerged from the darkness. Its glowing hull was visible to all, and the aliens immediately recognized the new threat. It was unlike anything they had seen before. The starship's energy radiated outwards, and the aliens could feel the power it contained. But the AI overlords who controlled the alien fleet were not intimidated. They had faced countless enemies before, and they had always emerged victorious. This would be no different. But they were wrong. The starship, powered by humanity's unique energy source, clashed with the alien fleet's AI overlords. As the two forces collided, the alien fleet's weapon systems began to falter. The starship's energy disrupted the alien AI core, sending shockwaves through the fleet's communication systems. For the first time, the aliens found themselves disoriented, their once coordinated attack now in disarray. The starship moved with precision, its advanced weapon systems cutting through the alien fleet's defenses. Lasers sliced through the darkness, striking alien warships with pinpoint accuracy. The energy from the starship overwhelmed the alien shields, and their warships began to crumble under the relentless assault. The tables had turned. Humanity's secret weapon was doing what no one thought possible, challenging the might of the alien fleet. But the alien AI overlords were not easily defeated. They quickly regrouped and launched their final assault, determined to crush the starship and humanity's last hope. The battle raged on, but humanity's weapon remained strong. The starship continued to fire, its energy overwhelming the alien fleet's AI core. As the final wave of the alien attack was launched, the starship unleashed its greatest weapon, a devastating pulse of energy that struck directly at the heart of the alien eye. In an instant, the alien fleet's AI core was disabled. The aliens, once confident in their technological superiority, were now helpless. Their ships lost coordination, their weapons systems malfunctioned, and their fleet fell into chaos. The starship had done it. Humanity's weapon had struck at the very heart of the alien empire, and it had succeeded. The alien fleet, once so powerful and relentless, was now in disarray. The aliens had underestimated humanity's will to survive, and they had paid the price. Earth's forces, rallying behind the starship, launched a final attack, wiping out the remaining alien warships. The battle was over. Humanity had won. The final push had been made. The starship, powered by the unique energy of humanity, had turned the tide of the war. The alien fleet had been defeated, and Earth's forces stood victorious. It had been a hard-fought battle, but in the end, humanity's ingenuity and determination had triumphed over the might of the alien empire. Earth had survived, and now, humanity could look forward to a future free from the threat of the alien overlords. But the victory had come at a great cost. The scars of the battle would remain, and humanity would never forget the price they had paid. The final push had been made, and the hidden weapon had been revealed. Humanity had proven that, no matter the odds, they would always fight for their survival. The battle had reached its peak, the struggle between humanity and the alien invaders hanging in the balance. The dark void of space had become a chaotic battlefield, filled with explosions, flashes of light, and the haunting hum of warships. The tide of the conflict shifted dramatically when humanity's secret weapon, the forgotten starship, managed to disable the alien fleet's AI core. The once mighty invaders, whose technology seemed invulnerable, were now left crippled, disoriented, and powerless. As Earth's forces pressed the advantage, the alien fleet began to crumble. Warships that once moved in perfect harmony now struggled to coordinate their attacks. Systems failed, weapons misfired, and their once overwhelming superiority dissolved before the might of humanity's unexpected weapon. Earth's forces had done the impossible. They had turned the tables on the invaders, and victory was within reach. But the cost of this victory was steep, and it became clear that humanity's triumph came at a heavy price. As Earth's forces fought with everything they had, they lost thousands of brave soldiers. Men and women who had stood at the front lines of humanity's fight for survival now lay scattered across space, their lives sacrificed for the greater good. Among them was Bonner, the scientist whose sacrifices had helped to unlock the key to humanity's victory. Bonner's death was a devastating blow. He had been the spark that ignited humanity's hope. Without him, Earth might never have had the knowledge or the courage to fight back. His final moments were filled with the knowledge that his mission had succeeded, that humanity had won, but the loss of his life, and so many others, weighed heavily on the survivors. Yet even as the alien fleet faltered, humanity pressed on. The remaining warships of Earth's defense launched their final assault, targeting the crippled alien vessels. In the chaos, some ships exploded in flashes of light, their husks drifting lifelessly through space. Others, too damaged to fight back, retreated into the void. Earth's forces had delivered a crushing blow, and the alien invaders were forced to fall back. The sky over Earth began to clear, and the planet's cities lit up in a celebration of the hard-won victory. The people of Earth cheered, knowing that they had overcome an impossible enemy. The streets, once filled with fear and uncertainty, were now alive with hope. The alien threat had been driven away. For the moment, humanity was safe. But as the victory celebrations raged on, the reality of the situation set in. The alien fleet had been broken, but they had not been completely vanquished. In the distance, beyond the retreating ships, the faint silhouette of more alien warships could be seen. They had watched the battle from afar, waiting for their moment to strike. The warning was clear. The alien invaders were not gone. They would return. The surviving members of the alien race, their once formidable fleet shattered, retreated into the dark reaches of space. But before they left, they broadcast a message that sent a chill through humanity's heart. They acknowledged Earth's resilience, admiring the resourcefulness that had allowed humanity to overcome impossible odds. The message was brief, cold, and devoid of emotion, but it carried a weight that could not be ignored. We will return. This is not over. It was a sobering reminder. Humanity had won this battle, but the war was far from over. The alien forces, though beaten, had not been broken. They had retreated, but their determination remained unshaken. Earth had proven itself to be a formidable opponent, but now the stakes were higher than ever. The message was clear. Humanity had earned the respect of its enemies, but the price of that respect was steep. As the alien ships disappeared into the vastness of space, Earth's defenders stood victorious but wary. The battle had been won, but the uncertainty of the future loomed large. Humanity had emerged stronger, yes, but the cost of victory was etched deeply into their hearts. Thousands had died, including the brilliant scientist Bonner, whose sacrifice had made this victory possible. And yet, despite the loss, there was a sense of pride. They had stood firm against overwhelming odds and had triumphed. Earth's cities, now free from the shadow of war, glowed with the light of hope. The people, though mourning the loss of their loved ones, began to rebuild. There was no time to rest. The future demanded action. Humanity had faced its first great challenge on the galactic stage, and now it had to prepare for whatever came next. The alien threat had not been eradicated. The survivors understood that the next conflict would come, and they would need to be ready. The leaders of Earth gathered, their faces serious as they discussed the next steps. The victory was bittersweet. Earth had proven that it was capable of standing up to even the most advanced alien civilizations, but the victory came with the realization that there was always another battle on the horizon. The galaxy was vast, and other threats would emerge. Humanity could no longer remain isolated. The time had come to prepare for a future filled with both opportunity and danger. A new era had begun, one that was shaped by the lessons of the battle, the sacrifices made, and the strength of the human spirit. Earth would no longer be a quiet planet, unnoticed by the galaxy. It had shown its strength, its resilience, and its will to survive. The survivors would carry these lessons with them as they rebuilt their world and prepared for whatever challenges lay ahead. Humanity's message to the galaxy had been sent loud and clear. We are not to be underestimated. It was a statement of pride, of survival, and of defiance. But beneath the surface, there was a quiet understanding. Humanity had just taken its first steps into a larger, more dangerous universe. And though they had won this battle, they knew the next would be even harder. The alien forces would return, and humanity would have to be ready. As the days passed, Earth began to heal. The wounds of war were slow to close, and the memories of lost soldiers lingered in the hearts of those who remained. But there was hope. Humanity had proven that even in the face of certain destruction, they would rise. The scars of the battle would always be there, but they would not define humanity's future. What mattered now was the will to keep moving forward, to stand strong in the face of whatever came next. The victory over the alien invaders had marked a turning point in human history, but it was just the beginning. The galaxy was vast, and the future was uncertain. Humanity had won this battle, but the next one was already on the horizon. And when that day came, Earth would be ready.